To create a new thread, click Create New and then select a thread type. In this example I will be creating a task. Start by selecting a project and then type some content here and click Create. Once I've added the new task, I'm back to the list of threads. This list is filtered and sorted using various parameters. That's the reason I don't see my newly created task in the list. The quickest way to access that task is to click on Recent. It lists threads I have recently worked on, and the link to my new task is on the top of the list. I will try to adjust this filter now, so my task will show up in the list. As you can see, the current filter is set up to show all threads assigned to myself, and I will change it to all. I can either do that by typing in this box or by clicking on a shortcut. Let's do the search. As you can see, my task is not on the top yet. That's because by default the sorting is by priority, then by creation date and time. I can apply sorting by creation date and time, and then I can see my task on the top. Let's click on it and explore some properties of that task. You can change priority, add a title, add status. Status line normally outlines what's going on with that thread, so I will set it to not started. You can attach multiple files, and there are even more options here. On the right hand side you can see a panel with access and notification settings. People listed here have access to that particular thread. There's a separate video which explains access permissions and notification settings in details, but I will go through the basics now. To assign a person, click a green tick against that person, and to set and remove notification, click on an envelope icon. So I'll assign it to myself. Let's do an update, and by default it will return to your search, but I'll change it to stay here. So I click an update button, and I have updated those properties. Also, users can add comments to this thread by typing in this box. I'll update again, and I can see my comment here, which I can edit or remove. Another useful option, you can make a thread favorite, and then it will appear in your favorite list. Let's go to search again. There are actually some presets in here. My tasks, which is obvious, all tasks are assigned to me. I'm notified means all threads I have notification for, and everything just lists everything I have access to. And you can create a saved search of your own, applying different filter options. For example, if I want to list all important tasks across all projects, then I open search options and click on high priority and task and do the search, and then save this search. I'll name this high priority tasks. So it is here. Anytime I can go back to it, and it shows me the options I have selected. If you select different sorting, it will be saved as well in your saved search. There's no need to go to thread details to change some basic properties. You can do it just by clicking this icon. Or you can change properties of multiple threads by ticking them and then updating information on the bottom and clicking apply. I will add a tag do next and click apply. Now I can use that tag in search, and it lists all those 3 threads I have added those tags to. Again, I can opt to save this search, and again it's saved in here. I can go and do other things, but when I want to retrieve my search, which is do next, it will list all threads with tag do next. There are different types of threads and they're listed in tabs. You can select multiple thread types or all, and if you click on the tab itself, it will only show threads of that type. Or actually I need to remove that filter now, or search everything and then say discussions, so it lists only discussions. And finally, activity. It shows what people have done recently. There's nothing here at the moment because nobody else besides myself worked on this, so I will remove this, control my activity and search, and there are things that I have done recently. I can mark them as read or mark all as read, so they will disappear from this search. Mark as read, it will stay there. If I want to read all activity, I will remove this checkbox which says unread only and do the search. Those are all my updates, including those that I have read.